The PS5 delivered some truly unforgettable experiences with games that pushed the console to its limits. Here are the must-play gems that define the best of what the PS5 had to offer. Let's dive into it.
FBI, drop the knife!
Alan Wake 2 is one of those games that constantly keeps you on edge. You play as two characters, FBI agent Saga Anderson, investigating creepy murders in Bright Falls, and Alan himself, stuck in a twisted alternate reality called The Dark Place. Saga's side feels like a detective mystery, where you gather clues, pin them on your caseboard, and slowly piece together the truth. Alan's side flips the vibe completely. You're solving light-based puzzles, rewriting reality, and trying to survive some seriously disturbing encounters. Combat brings back the classic flashlight and gun combo, forcing you to burn shadows away before blasting them, and ammo is always scarce, so every shot counts. Days Gone Remastered puts you in the boots of Deacon Street John, a drifter trying to survive the zombie apocalypse on his bike. Most of the time, you're scavenging for supplies, sneaking into freaker nests, or mowing down enemies with solid gunplay and melee combat. Riding your bike actually feels great, especially with the DualSense triggers giving weight to every throttle pull, though you'll constantly need to refuel, which can slow things down. The highlight is Horde battles hundreds of freakers chasing you, pushing you to rely on traps, explosives, and every bullet to survive. The remaster also adds a fun Horde assault mode that lets you jump straight into those chaotic encounters without the long wait.
Fix it. You really think she's still alive? Billions of people are dead, but somehow she made it.
No, you.
God of War Ragnarök drops you back into Kratos' brutal saga, years after the last chapter, with Atreus older, stronger, and caught in the storm of an impending apocalypse. The adventure spans vast realms, filled with puzzles, side quests, and fierce enemies drawn from Norse legends. Combat stands as its core strength. The Leviathan axe still delivers crushing impact, while the Blades of Chaos are deadlier than ever, offering fluid combos to slam, hook, and juggle foes. Shields, runic powers, and massive boss battles elevate the spectacle with cinematic flair. Balancing intimate father-son storytelling with relentless bone-shattering action, Ragnarök feels both epic in scale and deeply personal. Rise of the Ronin sets you in 19th century Japan during the Boshin War, letting you forge your own path as an assassin torn between factions. Combat is the star. Sharp swordplay, diverse weapons from katanas to spears and guns, plus a grappling rope for stylish finishers. The counterspark mechanic rewards perfect timing with brutal counters, while bosses test every skill. Missions can be played solo or co-op, making big fights more intense. The open world offers quests, animals, and tech, though cluttered loot can slow pacing. Still, at its best, the game delivers fast, deadly duels and hard choices that embody the true samurai fantasy.
How many mountains must you move to alter the...
Gran Turismo 7 celebrates car culture, from timeless classics to modern icons, while staying approachable for newcomers. The Gran Turismo Cafe acts as your guide, easing you through races, licenses, tuning, and building a dream garage. Driving is the highlight, with each car feeling unique. Whether it's a loose retro ride or a razor-sharp racer, enhanced by PS5 DualSense haptics and feedback. Dynamic weather and day-night cycles make tracks stunning, and the handling system balances realism with accessibility. Always online play, pricey microtransactions, and rolling starts drag it down, but when racing through Trial Mountain or packed grids, GT7 blends nostalgia with next-gen excellence.
I am a man of fortune, and I must seek my fortune.
Uncharted 4: A Thief's End brings Nathan Drake back for one last adventure, mixing cinematic storytelling with explosive action and jaw-dropping visuals. You'll climb cliffs, swing across gaps with your grappling hook, and take on mercenaries in intense firefights that constantly keep you moving. The game also slows down for quieter moments, diving into Nate's relationship with his brother Sam and his struggle to leave the treasure-hunting life behind. Every location, from tropical ruins to bustling cities, looks stunning, easily some of the best visuals on PlayStation. The third act drags a bit with repetitive gunfights, but the emotional payoff and incredible polish make it one of the most memorable adventures ever made.
I made a promise that I was done with this life.
How long have we been chasing this thing?
Monster Hunter Wilds builds on everything fans loved about World and Rise, making it smoother, faster, and more accessible. You explore vast open zones that blend deserts, forests, and mountains without loading screens or town breaks. Combat feels fluid with the new focus mode, letting you lock onto weak points, create wounds, and unleash powerful finishers. Weapons are more responsive, and AI partners plus mounts keep hunts fast-paced. It's slightly less punishing than older entries, with big monsters falling quicker, but the trade-off is non-stop action. With stunning weather effects, dynamic environments, and refined combat, Wilds is the most exciting Monster Hunter yet. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 takes the medieval RPG to new heights with its gritty realism and cinematic storytelling. You play as Henry, a blacksmith's son turned warrior, drawn into a brutal clash of faith, politics, and revenge. Combat feels sharper and more refined, with tense, skill-based sword duels where every strike counts. The world is stunning, from the vast countryside to the bustling city of Kuttenberg, rich with detail and life. Every quest feels personal, every choice impactful. Though a few bugs linger, the emotional storytelling, deep immersion, and raw authenticity make this medieval epic truly unforgettable. Ghost of Tsushima delivers a breathtaking samurai adventure set in feudal Japan. You play as Jin Sakai, a warrior torn between honor and survival as the Mongol invasion ravages his home. The world bursts with beauty, golden fields, misty forests, and war-torn villages, all alive with detail. Combat shines brightest, featuring precise, skill-based swordplay where every stance, parry, and strike feels deliberate and cinematic. Stealth can be rough and AI uneven, but the thrill of a perfect duel outweighs it all. With its emotional story, stunning visuals, and fluid melee combat, Ghost of Tsushima is a true ode to the samurai spirit. Elden Ring is a vast open-world action RPG where you play as a Tarnished, exploring the lands between to uncover secrets, dungeons, and NPC stories. Combat expands on From Software's Souls-like formula with melee, magic, stealth, horseback battles, and the Ashes of War system, while punishing yet fair encounters test skill and strategy. Players can explore freely, tackle regions in any order, find powerful weapons, spells, and allies, and face intricate legacy dungeons. With fast travel, quality of life improvements, and a richly interconnected world, Elden Ring combines freedom, challenge, and discovery into one of From Software's most ambitious games. Horizon Forbidden West is a breathtaking open-world action-adventure that builds on Horizon Zero Dawn, putting players in Aloy's shoes to face robotic and human foes. The world dazzles with lush jungles, deserts, snowy peaks, and vibrant settlements, packed with quests, lore, and activities. Combat is deeper and more flexible, featuring a vast arsenal, elemental effects, stealth, and special abilities that reward strategy. With engaging storytelling, memorable characters, and cinematic presentation, Forbidden West delivers an immersive experience that blends exploration, action, and narrative into one of the PS5's standout adventures. Baldur's Gate 3 brings Dungeons and Dragons to life on consoles, letting you explore the Forgotten Realms with freedom to climb, sneak, cast spells, or even bypass fights in creative ways. Combat is turn-based and tactical, rewarding clever use of abilities and the environment. The massive character creator offers endless races, classes, and specializations, while companions have unique personalities, stories, and growth. The story is vast, full of choices and consequences, and you can play solo or co-op. With secrets, twists, and endlessly fresh encounters, every session is an adventure.
And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything.
Step into the legendary Wild West with Red Dead Redemption 2 on PS5, an unforgettable journey as Arthur Morgan, Dutch van der Linde's loyal right-hand man. You join a gang on the run, facing ruthless lawmen, rival outlaws, and the harsh wilderness. The world is massive and alive, from snowy peaks to murky swamps, with every choice shaping your story. Manage your camp, hunt, fish, care for your horse, and balance health, stamina, and deadeye. Intense gunfights, side missions, chance encounters, and the gang's deep dynamics make every moment gripping, while Arthur's journal entries add a personal, emotional layer, pulling you completely into this sprawling cinematic adventure.
I would kill for it, I would happily die for
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a thrilling, globe-trotting adventure, placing you in Indy's prime between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. Played in first person, you explore stunning locations, from Egyptian pyramids to flooded Sukhothai temples and Marshall College, where every puzzle, artifact, and clue feels real. Focused on exploration, stealth, and clever puzzles, combat with Indy's whip and hand-to-hand moves is satisfying, but cunning tactics often work best. A cinematic story with Troy Baker as Indy, racing Nazis, solving ancient mysteries, and navigating deadly tombs, plus optional side missions, delivers over 17 hours of immersive, unforgettable adventure. A Plague Tale Requiem is a haunting, emotionally charged sequel that expands on everything fans loved in Innocence, especially the terrifying swarms of rats. Set in an alternate 14th century France, you guide Amicia as she protects her sickly brother Hugo through plague-ravaged towns, flooded villages, and war-torn countryside. The story is gripping, filled with unforgettable moments, complex characters, and heart-wrenching betrayals. Gameplay blends stealth, puzzles, and clever alchemy, using light and fire to control rats and outsmart enemies. Stunning visuals, detailed environments, optional side quests, and New Game Plus mode make this tense, cinematic adventure unforgettable, rewarding creativity over brute force.
I know. Think of your brother. We have to carry on.